What up, guys? My name is Seth the Programmer, and I'm bringing you here another theory video. This theory video is going to be what would happen if Vegeta in the Buu saga turned into a Super Saiyan 3 and fought Kid Buu. So let's say Goku went easy on Kid Buu to give Vegeta a chance like he did in the canon series. And when Vegeta stepped in, he showed something new and he went Super Saiyan 3 himself. So let's get into that, and anyways, hope you enjoy. So I've described in a few other videos I've had how strong is Vegeta compared to Goku during this Buu Saga arc at the very end. It was clear during the beginning of the Buu Saga that Vegeta was very inferior to Goku. However, by the end of it, after the Majin Buu, they seemed to be more like equals. I could explain everything in my other videos, but to sum it all up, Goku and Vegeta fused with the Potara earrings, and they basically amplified the effects of Potara earrings beyond their maximum. So not only did they perform perfect fusion, but because they were rivals, they went beyond their maximum. So to fuse perfectly, you need to be, basically the same power, same race, and hate each other, which was the case with Goku and Vegeta. And this also explains why Kibito Kai is not nearly as strong as Vegito, because Supreme Kai and Kibito just simply aren't the same strength. And honestly, I don't even think they're the same species, nor do they even hate each other. So Vegeta and Goku by that point in time were relatively close to each other. You could argue one is greater than the other. I don't want to get into that. I'm not getting into that. I'm just trying to explain that they're relative to each other. Now, what would happen if a relative Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta fought Kid Buu? Now, the thing is that Vegeta, seeing Goku, after Goku says, I was just trying to give you a turn or whatever, I could have killed him if I went full power, Vegeta then would realize that Kid Buu is inferior to a Super Saiyan 3. So by this point, Vegeta would honestly pummel Kid Buu. Obviously, Kid Buu would put up a very good fight, just like he did versus Goku, but if Vegeta powered up a full power Super Gallic Gun, he would obliterate Kid Buu, just as Goku would have obliterated Kid Buu with a Super Kamehameha wave if he took it very seriously. Now, what would happen afterwards? What would happen during the effects of GT, Dragon Ball Super? What would be different if Vegeta went Super Saiyan 3 at this point and Oob and Kid Buu both died right there? So let's get into that as well. So basically what happened with Kid Buu is Goku obliterated him with the Super Spirit Bomb, and then basically King Yemma heard Goku wish that Kid Buu would be reincarnated as a good guy. However, if Vegeta obliterated him, this would not happen unless Goku in his head was wishing for it. But basically, Kid Buu would not be reincarnated as Oob because Vegeta would be the one to finish him, and there'd be no declaration of his reincarnation. So basically, in terms of like Dragon Ball GT and Dragon Ball Super, things would be drastically different. Dragon Ball Super is a little bit different because Oob isn't really doesn't have a main role in it. He's not even in it at this point. But one thing that should be noted by Goku's fight with Kid Buu is that Vegeta realized that Goku surpassed him. And this gave Vegeta the final epiphany that, hey, Goku's actually a strong warrior. He's not a clown or whatever. Like, how Vegeta's having his middle-age crisis, calling him a clown or whatever. Vegeta eventually got over there. He's like, hey, Goku's actually pretty strong. But if Vegeta was also a Super Saiyan 3, he would not have gained that same respect for Goku. And he actually still might have that same mentality that he did when he was Majin Vegeta. Obviously, he'd be a little bit more kind-hearted. However, in Dragon Ball Super, he would be a lot more brutish still. He would still be a lot more Saiyan-esque. He probably wouldn't have given up his pride when Beerus came to Earth. He probably wouldn't have danced on stage or any of that. Vegeta still had his pride of being a strong warrior. He still felt as though he could overcome Goku. Now, if Vegeta didn't play on this charade, Beerus may have very well destroyed Earth. So Vegeta went Super Saiyan 3, killed Kid Buu, and never accepted Goku as his superior. Vegeta may have never given up his pride, and Beerus may have destroyed Earth by this point. Also, many other things would have played out much differently. Vegeta might not have even been at that birthday party to begin with. He might have just been out training to surpass Goku. Might not have been like a family guy like he is in Dragon Ball Super. He might have also not bowed down to Whis when Whis came by, although what I'm suggesting is that the Earth is destroyed by Beerus in Dragon Ball Super if Vegeta never got over his pride and never accepted Goku as a superior at that point in time. Now, Beerus may have spared the planet either way, because Beerus was more interested in the food there, and he's like, hey, these guys are like the strongest in my universe, and they have great food. So he spared them to begin with. So he may spare them on that behalf, but it's just a point that I'm trying to bring up, like, hey, Vegeta might not play the charade card or, bow down to Whis in Dragon Ball Super if he did have these things. I'm not suggesting that Beerus absolutely would destroy the planet. Remember, this is just a theory. In terms of, like, Dragon Ball GT, I don't know if you want to hear this, but I'm going to bring it up anyway. If Oob wasn't around, Oob and Goku would not have trained together. And if this is the case, Goku probably would have been a lot weaker. He still would have been training, obviously. He probably would have been around Vegeta's level in Dragon Ball GT, which is still relatively strong. By the end of GT, he does turn into a Super Saiyan 4, and he's stronger than Sin Shenron. However, he's much weaker than Goku. Now, if Goku was as weak as Vegeta during this time, maybe even 50 times weaker, because it's actually hinted that base Goku is almost 50 times stronger than base Vegeta. If this is the case, then Goku would have gotten completely murdered by Baby. Baby would have killed Goku, and that would have been the end of Earth, and Baby would have basically ruled the entire universe. So, pretty dark if Vegeta did win that scenario. I'm pretty sure that's not what Toriyama's intentions would be, but if we're looking at what happened after the fact, that's what would happen if Vegeta defeated Kid Buu with Super Saiyan 3. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed, and until next time.